Right guys, we've caught up with Craig Mortimer today. We're down the Suffolk Water Park, and as he was walking around the car park, grabbed him for a tip for Bivvytalk.
And he wanted a breakfast.
Yeah, big boy's breakfast. He says, right, we know the rig you're going to show us, it's not your usual one, but we've not got a rig on our knowledge at the moment, so if you could show us it and you know, situations you could use it in, that'd be pucker, mate.
So this is probably my all-time favourite big fish rig, as in like waters around fishing for 30 pounders, if not bigger. It's quite an aggressive rig, and I'll use it where it's not banned.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people say about bits and pieces, but anyway, it's the 360 rig. Yeah. Using the Gardner long shank mugger with a size 11 flexi ring swivel. So basically, that gives you, that sort of sets your height for, you know, your height of your pop-up basically.
Yeah.
It's called the 360 rig because obviously you can see when the bait's attached and the rig, anywhere that fish comes from, sucks in that ring. You know, that hook can swing, go around 360 degrees basically. So it's aggressive, but it really does work well.
Also, about this rig as well, if you get a full take or whatever, it all resets itself, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, excellent resetting rig. Very little tangles with it. Yeah. Don't need to put much on it, mate. You can just, you know, I've fished these at like 140, which is my max casting, and absolutely fine, not had a tangle. So all you're using now is a little hook stop. You put them on sort of back to front, you know what I mean? So you put one on one way, and then one on the next.
Oh, on the taper side outwards.
If I can get it on.
I normally prick my fingers a couple of times when I'm doing it.
Yeah. These are barbed as well, so. Just like the hook bead on. I normally set the hook bead opposite the point, if you see what I'm saying. So it's like about 10 o'clock. So say that was 12, that's sharp. There, 10 o'clock, sort of gives us enough. Just basically opposite the point along the shank.
Oh yeah, I've got it.
I put on a size 20 ring swivel, real tiny one. These can be a pain because they're so small going over the barb, but they do go on. There you go. That's on. Right, so you put the second hook stop on, this time the other way round. So I'll show you photos close up soon.
So where are you doing your winter fish at the moment then, Craig?
Well, I was going to concentrate on my other syndicate, Westow Country Park, and I also got a Monk's Pit ticket, but I actually had the opportunity for having a go on the Essex Manor.
Oh, very nice.
So it was sort of no-brainer for me. It was sack the tickets off. I love Westow Country Park. It's absolutely brilliant water. I've had the ones I've wanted out there, but there's so many more I wanted to catch. But I just have to go for that. You know, there's plenty of fish in there. So
have you had any success over there yet?
I've done 3 nights. I've had 2 bites, and I've had one at 33.14. So that was a result, and pretty lucky to be fair.
Yeah, well, it's a great start, and it gets you buzzing for it through the winter months. Yeah.
So that's the top end of the rig finished. Size 20 target ring swivel, size 11 flexi ring swivel. That's a size 6 long shank mugger, and a couple of hook beads. And all you do is I'll do is just try a piece of. I normally like fishing this on quite a stiff boom section. So like you say, when the lead hits there, everything just kicks away. Like I say, we mentioned earlier, it resets all the time. You can be picked up by nuisance fish. And to be fair, I never really get pestered with this rig much by like bream intent. It would be very, very rare. But it's just a big fish rig. It's very aggressive. Hook holds are phenomenal. Never really lost that many on it. And again, it is an aggressive rig. There is a lot of people that don't like them, but as long as when you net, but the thing is, as long as when you're netting the fish and when you net them, they go right down to the bottom of the mesh. You don't get this trouble here with basically the only trouble you get with them is that can get stuck in the net, the eye. Yeah. So then it can twist up, and then it can do a bit, I've never had it, a bit of mouth damage, but big fish lakes where they're not banned, that would be my go-to rig. So just tight.
But that's just, like you say, the damage happens in the net. It's just being cautious of it.
Well, any rig damages a fish. You know, we're fishing with them with metal hooks. Yeah. Any rig will do damage to the fish, but you know,
it's using it correctly in the right situations and that as well, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, exactly. I just do a 4-turn with this 20-pound trick link. Wet the knot, pull it down, give it a snip, pick my desired length. Normally I always fish quite long hook links, probably 8 to 10 inches. Unless I am fishing like real clear little spots, and I might shorten it up, but this is actually a bit shorter than what I'd like it to be. But just a little loop, attaches on, you know, just click it on, click it off.
Yeah. That's quite a simple rig then, isn't it, really?
Very simple, yeah. Nothing to it, that's it. Put a bit of putty in the middle, obviously a bit of putty on this knot here to set the weight, you know, slow sink and pop up. Done. That is it.
Alright, Craig. Put that for the boys to see.
Obviously all this here I'd steam on a kettle, you know, as for rough I'd just pull that nice and tight, steam it up, make it real nice and straight. But this is the end.
That's the damage end, get the fish on.
But like you can fish that in low line weed, you can put it on heady setups, fish long 12-inch hook links, coated braid, supple braid, that'll sit over anything. Fish it, you know, fish it how you like, that'll go anywhere.
Excellent.
You know, if a hinge stiff, choddies, they're being used a lot, and that rig's not banned, I would go to that, you know.
Yeah, just use it safely, use it wisely, and there should be no problems.
Exactly.
Alright, thanks for that, Craig.
No worries, bud.
See you later, pal.
Cheers.
Thank you.